Srinivasaraghavan, the MD of Sundaram Finance, joins us now to talk about the quarter and, of course, what the way forward is. This is a part of our Inside Chennai series. Mr. Srinivasaraghavan, thanks so much for joining us. You know, this is one sector which has seen, the sector that you lend to, which has seen a big revival in the last, say, 6 to 12 months. And especially players like Ashok Leyland continue to reap the benefits of that. Do you think that the sector can continue to grow at the pace it's growing, or are there some pockets which are still not seeing any revival? For example, you know, the mining segment has not recovered much, so tipper sales are not picking up. What are the pockets where you think there's still some growth left to be seen?
All right, you asked two questions, so I'll answer the part about the revival first. I think it's important to bear in mind that we are coming off an extremely low base, because you'll recall that in FY12 M&HCV sales had hit 350,000, which dropped to below 200,000 in FY14, right? So this is whatever growth you're seeing now, whatever numbers you're seeing now are coming off an extremely low base, so it's sometimes possible to get a little carried away with the kind of percentages that we're seeing. Mm-hmm. Having said that, is there a revival? The answer is yes, there is a revival. And as you say, mining, there's been lots of positive noises, but we're yet to see actual action on the ground. So that is potentially something that could play out. Also, you talked about tippers. I think everyone, the whole world is really waiting for the infrastructure story to unfold. So that clearly is an area. But to me, the heart of this industry is the haulage industry, right? So you have to see an overall pickup in economic activity. People have to start producing more things. People have to start buying more things, because haulage is what at the heart of this industry. And that is something that we're not seeing. And you know, the answers are not far to seek, because consumer goods have been depressed for a very long time. So that has to pick up. Car sales were depressed for a long time, but they've started sort of moving up. So we need to see, ultimately, you know, the commercial vehicle industry is only sort of a barometer of what's happening in the wider and deeper economy. So I think that's really what I would say. So as you see more and more segments of the economy, you know, starting to grow and thrive, then you will see the action coming back across the spectrum here as well.
Oh yes, we do hear this from practically every major player. Power companies tell us when will the per capita consumption of power go up. That bottom-up story is still not there. But Mr. Srinivasaraghavan, you spoke about this fall from 350,000 commercial vehicles 2 years ago to 250,000 in FY14. Where are we standing at now? Even are we still a distance from 350,000?
Yes, we are, because 350 went to, I think, 195, and FY15, I think that climbed back to 235, 240, something like that. So we're still a ways off, for sure.
What's the sense you're getting?
Still a ways off.
What's your sense you're getting of this quarter and the next, where you can see visibility? Is there a decent demand growth, volume growth?
There is. Again, I'm a little wary. I'm often accused of being a pessimist, but there's certainly some uptick. There is certainly a little more demand, but some of this demand could be because there is talk that, you know, the new emission norms are kicking in many parts of India. So that is sort of leading to what, in a lovely Indian idiom, we call preponement, which is not a word you'll find in the Oxford Dictionary, but you know, there is advance buying, if you like.
Yes.
So that could explain some of this buying, and there is also, of course, you know, some replacement which can't any longer be postponed. You know, people have put off replacements for the last 1-2 years, and they're at a point where it's counterproductive now not to replace. So some of that is happening as well. And as your colleague said, I think there are some areas, for example, in some pockets in Maharashtra, for example, and in Gujarat, we see there's a little bit of activity starting to pick up. Maybe that's specific projects that are getting awarded. So there are sort of geographically some pockets of action, and that is driving some of the growth. Some of the oil companies are awarding contracts, for LPG transportation, stuff like that. So there's sort of specific things that are happening in pockets, and I think that's driving growth. And as I said, of course, you have to reckon with the fact that we are starting from a very, very low base.
Okay. Well, just for information, sir, we have been fighting this tendency to use prepone and use advance instead. But now the 8th edition of the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary has admitted this Indian influence, and prepone is now a legitimate word in the Advanced Learners Dictionary.
I know. I have a generational problem. See, when I grew up, this wasn't.
Fair enough. Okay. All right, let's come to the finance part, Mr. Srinivasaraghavan. Cost of money, has it declined at all for you? Do you see net interest margins improving?
Well, very marginally. They have declined, yes. But nothing dramatic, nothing to celebrate, because, and you know this, rates in the economy in general haven't really moved down. I mean, notwithstanding your policy rates being reduced 3 times, we haven't really seen that flow through, in the market. At the shorter end, yes, but, medium-term rates, I don't think there's been any significant, I mean, there's a few basis points we've been able to eke out here and there, but nothing to celebrate, as I said.
Okay. I just wanted you to throw some more color on the geographic improvement, because when we were speaking with Ashok Leyland, they too have increased their dealer network in places like Maharashtra because they're seeing increased activity there. Apart from Maharashtra, where else are you noticing a pickup?
I think, it's, as I said, it's different locations for different segments. I mean, for example, even in southern India, for example, where otherwise generally it's been sort of muted, we've seen some activity with, as I said, oil tankers, right? So the oil companies have put out a few tenders in a few states here. Then there is the Telangana-Andhra part where, because, there clearly needs to be a lot of investment, I think people are buying ahead in anticipation of, all the projects that are going to be awarded sooner than later, especially in Andhra, but equally also in Telangana. I think both of them have clearly a huge task in front of them in terms of building their new states. So that is kicking up a lot of activity, and that's added some numbers. We've seen some action in Rajasthan, for example. So it's not one wave across, but as I said, it's different segments, different geographies.
Right. Okay, 2 quick questions.
But that's what's sort of adding up to the bigger number.
Okay, 2 quick questions just to mine your expertise in this field and your experience. It appears that loan defaults are falling. Can you fill us in on some nuances on that? And secondly, you are a veteran of many cycles, or at least a few cycles of economic growth and troughs. What is the signs that you are reading? You see growth the second half of the current year, even longer than that?
Okay, I'll answer the second question first. This is the easy thing to do, right? If you say growth is 2 quarters away, you're sort of safe, right? Because people will forget by the time that comes around. But no, I think seriously, we do believe that there should be an upward movement as we move into the second half. Of course, as everybody else in this country is doing, I will also add my little caution with relation to the monsoon.
Okay.
Right? So that is something which is still a little iffy. We don't know. We don't have a crystal ball on that. But if the monsoon is not terrible, let's say, it may not be fantastic, but if it's not terrible, and if sentiment doesn't get too badly affected, I do believe that H2 will sort of see the return of growth, if you like. That's the answer to question 2. You have to remind me what question 1 was. Sorry.
Defaults. Are defaults falling? Loan defaults. Yeah.
Defaults are starting to what shall I say, ease off, because there is clearly some relief. that operators are seeing. Some of it obviously is directly driven by the fall in diesel prices. That is certainly giving them relief. But overall, also as we see the early part of this revival, I think that too is giving them a little bit more in terms of cash flow comfort. But broadly, the answer to your question is yes. I think it is starting to now reverse.
All right. We leave it at that, Mr. Srinivasaraghavan. Pleasure speaking with you. Thank you very much for joining us today. All right. That brings us to the end of Bazaar. We leave the markets in a very strong spot, 0.5% gains.